time of the year, singing it blithely in all the stations throughout all the airport terminals. Like they forget that we're all terminal. Forget that we've got people we love dying of cancer under blinking, twinkly lights by these radios that just keep spinning all these Christmas tunes, all out of tune to the howl of our pain. Over this year when Boko Haram stole our girls and ISIS wielded its bloody knife at our world, and we were Rama, weeping for our children killed out in the streets. The fight for human rights, the fear of disease.
Lives are being snuffed and stolen. Typhoons, airstrikes, open fire. Our neighborhoods are turning into war zones. Our world, like the very ground beneath us, is trembling with fear.
And racism and death and hate, and us weeping. Us who are terminal. Us in the Walmart aisles. Us who are at the lowest. Who have lost our flock, lost our way, lost our hope. Weeping for our children and the doubters and the ragers and the distancers. The black ones and the white ones and the ones turning ashen gray with a deadening cynicism that the CNN news cycle can't ever reverse. How in the world can a weary world rejoice?
In our Facebook statuses turn into the worst kind of soapbox and pulpit. There is war abroad and the fight for justice at home. Hashtag bring back our girls. Ebola, Ice Bucket Challenge.
Why I stayed, Renisha McBride, Occupy Hong Kong. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Yes, all women.
Hashtag break the internet. Take down that post. MH370.
Hashtag pray for South Korea. MH17. Hashtag I can't breathe. Until our souls need a ceasefire. So listen. Let the ear hear the advent laments of those who can't breathe for their sadness. The act of hearing destroys all fearing. The discipline of listening is the quickening and the signaling of the repositioning of the great commissioning of the kingdom to love the marginalized, because this is where the word writes the greatest words. And let the shield of the eardrum be beaten to the cupping edge of a plow, because if you're defending your point of view, you're always missing the point that could point you towards growth. The very first Christmas was a political event, and every Christmas since, we were not given a son who tried to have the government be upon his shoulder. We were given a Prince of Peace, and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
This savior, whose arrival had no celebrity,
no red carpet, no reality show, no paparazzi.
Just Mary and Joseph and manger animals and stars to lead wise men to this baby.
Don't ever forget it. Dragon slayers can arrive looking like small beginnings. So yeah, set up your nativities with our God in his infancy, our shepherds and our angels and our wise men chasing stardust. But don't forget that our nativity scenes need a horde of Herod's soldiers and Rachel weeping for a lost and wounded and hurting and dying. But don't forget, this isn't a story about sleigh bells jingling. Christmas is the beginning of the story where death itself gets killed. Merry Christmas in its original language means all oppression is dead. Merry Christmas. Take that hopelessness, take that misery, take that despair, because Merry Christmas is an insurrection and a resurrection.
Because at Christmas, this Jesus is not just a baby. He is the radical revolutionary who came to do the saving, who spoke uncomfortable truth to the narrow-minded religious,
who turned over tables for justice,
who used his voice to speak for children, orphans, widows, who became freedom for the oppressed.
Yes, he wanted us to know peace so badly that he sacrificed himself.
So we could realize we are not us versus them.
We are us with him. He is Emmanuel, who is God with us, saving us from us. So we can be rebirthed, revived, remade, reborn. God is with us. God is for us. God forgives us, redeems us, accepts us. God enfolds us. God emboldens us. God is with us, and God stays with us.
Us who want to walk and love and serve like him, fight against injustice and poverty with him.
Let's do what we hear the angels singing. Glory in the highest runs down to meet the lowest.
Let every heart prepare him room.
He comes to make his blessings flow far as the curse is found.
His law is love and his gospel is peace.
In excelsis Deo, let us sing.
For love, for peace.
For goodwill for all humanity. Let's extend our hands, lift our voices until our lives shout out loud, Merry Christmas.